From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update. Your weekend weather update is made possible by Caltrans District 2.
Hey folks, good afternoon. Hope you've been enjoying your Saturday so far. Really nice day out there. Pretty mild as far as the temperatures are concerned. Near 80 in the valley. Most of us will stay in the upper 70s. Notice those widespread 70s, in fact, across the area. Not seeing it much cooler than that, except along the coast where we're in the 60s, right? But otherwise doing just fine for today. In fact, I think we'll stay pretty nice through tonight as well. Next couple of days looking pretty good. Marine layer's not whipping quite as much today. We'll probably see that filter back in through tonight as a little bit of moisture actually creeps on in here. Not expecting much in the way of precipitation, but we will see some cloud cover move back in late tonight and early tomorrow. But tomorrow also looks just fine. I think we have a nice start to our week as well. Next few days looking really, really lovely. But that active pattern will come back soon. It won't be midweek. It'll be towards the end of the week. So I'm going to say Friday and into Saturday. So Friday's kind of the beginning of it, but especially into next weekend, you'll notice this big system off to our northwest poised for pretty much targeting the North State, right? As we head through Friday and into Saturday, that pivots on through, and then boom, we got another rainmaker, another snowmaker. Can't get too specific as to the snow levels right now. I'm going to go ahead and call it 5,000 feet, maybe 6,000 feet, but that is subject to change as we get closer because then we'll get a little bit better of a thermodynamic picture into that. But I do expect a pretty active pattern to settle back in Friday and then beyond that towards next weekend and maybe even beyond. So don't get too used to it. We are still in fall. We're still in that transitional pattern here where we start to see these systems swinging on through, changing our temperatures. We'll be a little mild for now, but I think once this comes through, our temperatures will, of course, tank back down once again. And you can really see the signatures, the indications of this active pattern. Taking a look at the precipitation outlook here as we head through the end of October, just before Halloween, right? So this is basically for a few days out from now and just before Halloween. Look at this giant swath, this ginormous swath across the western United States of well above average chances for precipitation. You'll notice the scale here. This is the minimum and this is the maximum, and we are firmly entrenched into the maximum chances for above average precipitation coming up here for this time of year, right? So as we head into the next 6 to 10 days, it's going to get wet once again. So definitely enjoy these next few days of outdoor conditions because you never can take that for granted, especially during this time of year. I'll tell you, look here at the 7-day forecast. We'll kind of show you what that looks like from the Weather NorCal Command Center. There you go. You can kind of see that creeping in by the end of the week with those temperatures slowly creeping down. But again, the next few days look really nice. Today and tomorrow both. Tomorrow's a little cooler than today. That much is for sure. Notice these 80s today turning back into 70s, right? I don't think 80s are too widespread today, but I certainly think a few of us are seeing them. Probably none of us on tomorrow. Maybe Monday, right? We kind of hold a steady pattern through about Wednesday or Thursday. Again, it's going to be Friday. It's going to be Saturday when we see that active pattern kick back in. So Manchester City, Alturas, Modoc County, and the East Mountains, 70s and 60s for the next few days, all the way through to Wednesday, I'd say, maybe even Thursday. But then after that, of course, we're going to need to keep that umbrella on hand and kind of factor that in to our day plans. In the valley, hey, pretty good out here. We'll be right there in the upper 70s, lower 80s, very steady pattern all the way through the midweek here, so no concerns for precipitation there. Of course, Friday we'll have to watch for some chances of precipitation. I even think there is a chance as we head towards the end of the week down in Chico and the southern and central portions of the valley, because this is going to be one of those big sweeping systems more than likely, as opposed to just one of those that hits the Trinity Alps and fades away. That's more common in the spring. As we're heading into the winter season where we get these big robust ones, well, yeah, the valley I think will probably see more precipitation with these as well.